Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped and welcome to Yorkshire. Now I'm here today with Jeep for an adventure. We are in the new model year 24 Wrangler and Grand Cherokee. We've got a whole day of off-roading. We're in the most spectacular view. That's our convoy. That's our destination over there. And that, first up, I'm in the new Grand Cherokee, and then we're going to get to play with Wrangler Rubicons. So I've finally got behind the wheel. I've got my lovely co-navigator Maxine, who's just off camera, who's been driving the first stint. We are up in the most beautiful part of Yorkshire, very close to the Catterick Garrison, so there's lots of military ranges around here. But it is the perfect place to put these vehicles to the test. So this morning we're driving in this Grand Cherokee, and then this afternoon after lunch we'll have a go in the Wrangler. And we've got a whole range of different terrains to cover. We've got this kind of old Roman road style, which isn't that difficult terrain to cover, but we've also got some rock crawling, stream traverses. We're going to be driving down some rivers. It's going to be a proper test of the vehicle. But these Grand Cherokees, I think the last one of these I drove was the Track Hawk, you know, the supercharged V8 monster that'll do 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. But this model year 24 model is a really nice place to be. It is what I would lovingly describe as old man spec. It's got real wood veneer, it's got beautiful leather, and the wood is a nod to the old Wagoneer, you know, the Jeeps that had the wood paneling down the side. And it's a really nice place in here. This is a hybrid, so it's got a 2-litre petrol engine with 272 horsepower, and then it's got an EV motor, and the EV motor has 145 horsepower, so a combined 380 horsepower, which on a tarmac road is going to get you down the road in good order. Not that important in this kind of terrain because we're typically doing sort of 5 to 10 miles an hour. But it is a proper off-road vehicle. It's got what's called quadrilift, so we've got an air-based suspension system where we can raise the ride height of the vehicle. We've had to do that already. Within about half a mile of driving off-road, we were grounding the bottom of the car out because the terrain was that severe. You can go into a low-ratio 4-wheel drive, and it's got a range of different off-road modes from rock, sand and mud, snow. We're in auto. It's kind of doing most of it for itself, and it is a really impressive vehicle. So today is about enjoying the beautiful North York moors and putting these Jeeps to the test. A very cool convoy and a really cool day. So we're now back on some tarmac. Just in terms of fit and finish and space, this is a big vehicle. It's a big SUV, plenty of space, and all of the toys that you'd want. I've got a really nice head-up display. I've got a really good sound system, not that I'll be putting that to the test today. And on the road, although we've only driven it a little bit, you can kind of feel it has all the performance, and I would argue most of these cars are probably never going to see anything more than a grassy car park in their life. So putting it to such extreme off-roading as we're going to do today, it's a Jeep, and all Jeeps are in their DNA have the ability to do off-road. The passenger has a really nice screen where you can basically see, well, you can turn cameras on and see out the front or the back, or you've got access to the infotainment system. But what's really cool from my side, from the driver's side, I can't actually see it. It's just a kind of glossy black screen, so it won't distract me as a driver. So yeah, on road, really nice, nice feeling vehicle, and just so much space. The boot's massive, loads of space in the background for all our stuff, camera equipment, drones, coats, all kinds of things in there. Really nice. Back up on the top at Moors. The only thing I've had to do on this track is just raise the ride height, because we weren't grounding out, but we just thought it'd be a little bit easier to do that. There's just a button on there. I'm still in 2-wheel drive. I've not had to go into low ratio yet, although I believe we've got some rock crawling coming ahead, so that should be fun. Time for some rock crawl, and we got my mate Simon in the back. Hey! So Simon's taking pics, and he's just jumped in our car for a bit of a lift. So this bit, I've now put the Grand Cherokee in a low ratio 4-wheel drive and rock crawl mode, and also we had the suspension up to its maximum ride height anyway. But just to go up here, this does look quite spiky, and unfortunately I'm going to struggle all day today. I always do whenever I try and film off-road. It never looks that bad on camera. It never looks that steep or that difficult, but often it is way more than you would think. But what a view! Look at that.
Cherokee, we're looking after the tyres, and you're going to get the traction control working because the suspension's on its full height. Keep going nice and steady. Perfect, well done. Bit of left hand lock, then straighten up. Keep going. As you are, wonderful.
Wow.
Right hand lock a bit, right. Keep going, thank you. Keep going, there you go. Keep going. Perfect, keep going. Bit right hand lock, right, that's it. Now straighten up, that's it, wonderful. Keep going.
Wow, that's spiky.
It's good fun than that.
Well done, brilliant.
Yeah. This scenery is just blowing me away, as is this car, to be honest. Maxine and I are sat in here going, it's quite good, isn't it?
It is good.
And Maxine's got an original Defender 90 Hero, basically. But yeah, it's very impressive. That was, I got out there just to get the drone up in the air and I could barely stand up, and this car's driving up it without any problems at all. Very, very impressive. Now it's time for a Wrangler Rubicon. I absolutely love these things. Let me show you our steed. It's clearly very muddy from the first session, but so updates for model year 24, an updated front grille, which I think looks really, really smart. And then I just think these are mega things. And put in through its paces today. So we've gone from the kind of city SUV hybrid Grand Cherokee, very impressive car, but to me, it can't beat a Wrangler. Well, we've stopped for lunch at the most beautiful location. A stunning castle, a scene right out of some kind of James Herriot novel. And then the run of jeeps. So this is the lead jeep from the two guys running the event. Properly off-road spec. Wander down. There's some dodgy guys here from some other channel. You need to follow those. There's some cinch, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
You buy and sell cars.
Buy and sell cars, drive them on the mud. Yeah, we do the lot.
Sponsor Chris Evans. There he comes down. So yeah, it's I haven't driven the Rubicon yet. That is my turn in the driver's seat this afternoon. But yeah, amazing to put these vehicles through the test of proper off-roading in such an incredible setting and such a beautiful part of the world. But yeah, I'm massively into. We just spin the camera around. That is just cool. So the new Sahara and Rubicon, just a quick bit spec wise, I mentioned before they've got a new grille on the front. We haven't talked about price. So the Sahara spec, which is this one, this starts at £61,000 now. The Grand Cherokee that we drove earlier on in the video, the Limited, which is the lower spec version, they're 69,900 quid. The Summit, which we were driving, is 85,600 pounds for that car. And then the Rubicon is 63,000 quid. So they are punchy numbers now, but I just think that looks absolutely mega. That was a very nice lunch. So we're now driving the Wrangler Rubicon on the road. And straight away, the difference between this and the Grand Cherokee on the road, super smooth. It is a road car, very, very competent. This car is quirky on the road. And I mean, the basic design of this car hasn't changed for a long time. It's just evolved. And it's by no means a perfect road car, but it drives much better than you would think. And it has a huge amount of character. When I spent time in one of these a couple of years ago as a press car, I absolutely loved it. You've got this massively elevated driving position, these big off-road tyres. So this is the Rubicon, which is the more off-road oriented one. The Sahara in front has more road-oriented tyres. It's got big off-road tyres, raised suspension. It's a proper off-roading vehicle. But on the road, it drives really nicely. So the next thing we need to do with this is go and find some really severe terrain to put it through its paces. And by all accounts, that's exactly what we're going to go and do. So we have engaged four-wheel drive, low ratio, and there is also an off-road plus mode, which we're going to try out when we get to the really nasty rock crawling stuff up here. But at the moment, it's just eating it up. I've also got the main screen on the dash is showing pitch and roll, which is quite interesting to see how severe the attitude of the car can become. Let's do some rock crawling.
Coming up where the blue one is now, there's a really big rock on the right hand side. You just need to miss that rock, thank you.
Yeah, because we've got diamond cut alloys on this. Oh wow.
Should we put it in
oh yeah, let's put it in
plus?
yeah, let's put it in.
There you go.
There we go. Ooh. Oh yeah, you've got a lot more throttle travel so you've got more play in the throttle. What's that big old rock just there, Pete? Don't want that to go through an alloy or a sidewall of a tyre.
It feels less stuttery.
Yeah, it is.
With the off-road plus
you've got like
bit more grip
much
control.
more throttle travel does less, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But this going up here, it won't come across on camera again. This is, what's the pitch angle? So 13 degrees.
14 just.
14 up, and at the side it's kind of going from sort of as far as 5.
6.
Oh yeah, look at these bits here, look.
Yeah. This
Wow.
is gonna be chunky. Right. Straight on.
It's just not.
Right, a little bit.
Little bit of wheel slip, but not too much. 18 degrees now. Wow. What a thing. Seriously?
Good, isn't that? Good.
What a thing. And
Watch his foot.
I've got to say, Off-Road Plus
Yeah.
is really good. He's a happy man, isn't he, Chris?
Yeah, he
He's the MD of Jeep UK, so that's why he's smiling.
Why wouldn't you?
What a thing. Well, after a fascinating day of driving the new model year 24 Grand Cherokee and Wrangler through the beautiful countryside of Yorkshire, I'm definitely coming back to Yorkshire, both in a car. I fancy bringing my mountain bike up here actually, because it is beautiful. Final thoughts really, it's been a very difficult day to make content. So I know this isn't the most in-depth review of each of these cars, but I wanted to bring you along on the journey, just experiencing the beautiful countryside. And we have seen the depth and breadth of the capability of both of these cars today. First up, the Grand Cherokee on the road, very smooth, clearly a very powerful car, and a really nice luxurious feel. I love the interior, especially with the real wood finish. Very nice. Off-road, incredibly capable, and I don't think many of them are going to be used off-road as it happens, but if you wanted to take your Grand Cherokee off-road, believe me, it will do way more than you think it's going to. And then the second half of the day we've spent in this fantastic Wrangler Rubicon, one of my favourite off-road vehicles. These things are by no means perfect, but they just have this character and this quirky nature to them that just ticks a box for me, and I don't know what it is. On the road, they're not the best cars to drive on the road. They're a bit fidgety. This Rubicon has off-road tyres, so there's quite a lot of tyre noise. You get quite a lot of wind noise. But inside, there's plenty of space. My only sad thing is, with the new model year 24 Wrangler, they've stopped doing the 2-door short wheelbase version, which was my favourite, certainly from an aesthetic point of view. So they only do the bigger 4-door version now. But they are very cool things. On-road, brilliant. These things off-road, though, are on another level. And we've done some really stretching off-road, especially on the rock crawling side of things today, and the car hasn't even batted an eyelid. As long as you're in the correct mode at the correct time, that's important. The guys from Jeep have been fantastic, helping us through the more technical sections, telling us what settings to put the cars in, and just helping us really enjoy the day. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that one. If you have, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. Myself, Maxine, my co-driver, thank you, mate, for today.
You're welcome.
And then Simon in the back, my thumbnail guru. We recreated a thumbnail from 5 years ago at Camp Jeep in the Dolomites. We took a thumbnail on a red Wrangler Rubicon with the Dolomites in the background, and today we replicated that photo with this car. I'll put it up on the screen now. And I'm so chuffed with that. Mind you, haven't looked at it yet. You haven't. Yeah, we're putting some pressure on you now to make sure it comes out okay. Anyway, massive thanks to Jeep for the invite to Yorkshire. Now I've just got the small matter of a 5-hour drive home after having been driving all day, but it'll be fine. Sadly, I'm not driving this home though. Anyway, I'll see you in the next film, guys. You take care. Drive safe.